Hello, I am Melanie, and welcome to my channel, Melanie's Universal Insight. And today we are going to focus on the current new moon that we are going through in the month of July 2026. I have so many notes that I have been writing down for the past couple of days as I've been tapping into this new moon energy. And I've been receiving so many universal spiritual downloads and information that I need to express to you, the collective. And these notes are all over. So I'm going to go through them all and allow my intuition to articulate more of what I'm feeling and allow more spiritual insight to come through. I have a deck of cards that I would like to use for this reading. And I also have an oracle deck that I would like to use in today's reading. So let's start with these notes. So it's energy, energy, energy. I am feeling all different sorts of energy. Other people's energy, the earth's energy, the universal energy, the collective energy. And the one thing that I am connecting to is this new moon is bringing up emotions within relationships, whether past, present, or even future energy that is coming to you. There is closure in many karmic relationships. They are ending. The energy is just dwindling away in many romantic relationships. I feel after the year 2020, 2021, relationships that were brought into union around that time are starting to collapse because we went through karma, learning lessons. And these relationships were meant to teach us what it is we want, what it is we need to change, what it is we should never go back to. Memories from when you were younger may be coming up, and you may be thinking about choices you made in the past or who you were in the past that doesn't align with who you are now. There's just this great energy of endings of cycles, because we go through so many cycles within our life. And sometimes it's hard to break those cycles. And we want to get out of them because we want to go into a new cycle, into a new energy. People from the past may start popping up on social media. You may see someone as a suggested that you once knew from the past, or you once dated from the past, and that will bring up memories. People from the past may be coming into your life right now. 1, 2, 3 is a number that I'm looking at right now. So that's expressing that we're on track, that we're moving step by step. The greatest message that I received is let go and focus on what we want to bring into our life. And I also have been having crazy realistic dreams with people from my past. And they're intimate. They're so real. The conversations in these dreams have been just so real. And I've been having reoccurring dreams of certain scenarios. And I'm trying to analyze these dreams and figure out, like, what is the universe trying to tell me? So if you're having recurring dreams or people in your dreams, do a little research on dream interpretation to try to understand your dream. And numbers have been coming in for me as signs. The numbers are 111, 113, 133, 1133, 103, 1130, 1100, 1101, 111 again, 1103 again, and the past 3 days I've been seeing these numbers consistently, whether I open the phone and I see the time, or I look at the timer on a video, or I just see the number somewhere. So we need to pay attention to numbers if you're the type of person who seeks signs for validation. And I've been connecting to nature greatly. I saw a rare yellow bird yesterday. And then I saw the woodpecker literally right after. I saw 2 rabbits together on my front lawn, which I've never seen 2 rabbits together. I saw a duck and a bunch of babies following. I have a groundhog living in my backyard, and the groundhog has been coming out and becoming more comfortable with me. I have a red-winged blackbird tattooed on my chest, and it's not always seen where I live. And I saw the red-winged blackbird very clearly. And then I've been seeing deer and crows. And this is all in my neighborhood. And I do live by a river, but this is more nature than I've seen in a very long time. All within my neighborhood and on my property. So nature is coming through greatly, that we need to connect to nature. We need to ground to nature, that we need to respect nature, that we need to learn more about nature and how it helps us, and how we are a part of nature. This is a word that came to me was embodiment. And then immediately I heard embodiment of opportunities are coming into our life. And then I kept hearing the word growth and connect to water and connect to flow. I'm reading my notes. We just truly need with this new moon to cut cords, clean out old energy, literally like clean out things within our home, remove items that don't feel good, clean a room, clean a closet, donate items that you haven't used in such a long time. That's your old life. That's your old energy. We're meant to evolve, and we're allowed to have new things come in. We shouldn't always stay stuck with just the same elements within our environment. Then the sun energy came through, and the sun is meant for clearing. And our heart centers are opening. And the universe is reminding us that we are our own healers. And now I'm looking up and I see 130. If these numbers mean anything to you and they resonate, I'm giving you validation. And in the comments, have you been seeing repetitive numbers? Let me know. But you can always look up the spiritual meaning of a number or the meaning of an angel number. And then you'll get some more insight on why you're seeing those numbers repetitively. I have also been asking for very, very specific signs for my manifestations toward my new wants and desires that I am bringing into my reality. So we must rest in confidence. Because we need that rest for renewal. Now, on a new moon, we normally plant seeds to grow, mental seeds. We write down a list of what we want to bring into our life from now until the full moon. But we're in Mercury retrograde, and that I learned through some research that when we're in Mercury retrograde and we're in a new moon, and this new moon is in Cancer, it's very emotional, that this energy right now is not meant to plant seeds. It's meant to break cycles, to remove what no longer serves us in order for that new beginning to come into our life. And yesterday was the dark moon. That's the void right before the new moon. And the message for that is we need to rest and reset. We need to release all that does not serve us. Let go of negative patterns, habits, old energy. Clear the slate, cut the cord, new. New energy, 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 energy. 133 as I look up. There it is again. We need to accept ourselves and accept others for who we are and who they are. Just like we don't want someone to change us, we can't expect someone else to change. We are who we are. We need to really see the truth of who we are. We need to really see the truth who others are and accept it and try to understand ourselves and try to understand others. So when we look at our life, we can either look at it in two ways. We can have the expression, life is short. But the way I'm looking at this is life is a long horizon. And we have a future that we can create. But we must have patience while our future is unfolding. Our horizon grows wider the moment we stop rushing toward it. And there's so much energy going on in the universe that is, I want to call it a rift in the sky, which is creating awakenings, helping us make decisions, helping us shift our focus, helping us shift our life. And this new moon is giving us the new beginning, the new opportunities, the new energy that we can tap into to be able to break those cycles. A new beginning often appears as a fracture in what you once believed was whole. So the old energy is dissolving. It's losing its form. And we're surrendering to letting go. There's so much transformation happening right now that we need to tap into it. We need to tap into our ancestors, ancient wisdom. We need to connect with spirit and listen to the messages that spirit is trying to express to us. And again, we need to let go of objects, old objects that no longer mean anything to us. It's just creating clutter and chaos. And things hold energy. This new moon is bringing vitality, rebirth, again, energy that we can tap into to finally make change, create happiness, feel inner joy, be content with who you are, be content in your everyday life. You're not missing out on anything if you're not there. Because you're meant to be wherever you are in that moment. hope. Hope is the light in the darkness. So I don't know where you are in the world, but this morning at 5:45 a.m., July 14th, 2026, was the new moon for me. And I wanted to wake up before the actual moment of the new moon. I wanted to see how I felt. I wanted to see how I felt at that moment at 5:45 a.m. And the messages that came through when I went outside and allowed myself to be within nature, outside with the sun and the moon energy, was radical change is coming for all of us. And this is giving us a huge reset. We are clearing space in our homes. And that's happening for so many of us. We're finally getting rid of things that we held on to for so long. And I know I'm repeating myself, but these messages just kept coming through. And the universe is giving us downloads. The downloads are new spiritual aspects that will give us the opportunity to tap into a higher dimension, to tap into the 5D, to tap into the 5th dimension, to tap into a greater world of our spirituality. And this energy gives us new ideas, and it gives us the energy to heal the mind, body, and soul connection. And we can do that in many different ways, but for each and every one of us, it's different. And when we receive downloads, they happen in our sleep mostly. And we may wake up feeling differently, or wake up having new ideas, or radically strong ideas that are just so different from what you felt the day before. And so much authoritative energy, like energy of authority, which does not feel good to me. Authority does not feel good to me. That type of energy is leaving our lives. So we're going to start to feel free. Our spirits are going to start to feel free. Okay, so those are my notes. Those are all the messages that have been coming through. And it took me some time today to feel ready to record this video. So I would like to pull some tarot cards from this one deck, and it is a deck that is connected to spirit. And then I have an oracle deck that's connected to the moon. So I'd like to say a prayer before I start to do these collective general readings, but we're focusing on the new moon. So just open yourself up. Ask yourself what it is I need to know. Ask yourself some questions. Ask for validation. Ask for signs. And there may be answers for you. So let's start with this prayer. I open myself as a channel for the quiet voice of spirit to rise and speak for whoever finds this message at the right moment. I enter this space with clear intentions, allowing only truth, clarity, and positive energy to flow through my words. I am grounded, protected, and guided through spirit. Anything not aligned with the highest good is turned away. I trust my intuition, anchored in the knowing that what comes through is meant to uplift, support, and bring insight from the universal spirit. Take what resonates and learn from the rest. Now, just a reminder, these readings are timeless. So if you come across this video at a later date, another time, there are messages here that may be for you. Okay, so we're going to pull a couple cards out of this deck and see what messages come through today on this new moon. I see a lot of emotional confusion about making decisions of what needs to be left behind. I see sleepless nights, dreams that are confusing, a lot of sadness of what was once let go. And I'm feeling many people are not feeling grounded because they're in their head too much. And I see these relationships that you have in your lives with other people that are very fair, that are very loving. And there's so much positivity coming from this card. So once you let go of people, places, and things that are not aligning with you, you can focus on what truly matters in your circle. I see financial abundance coming into so many of your lives. For everybody. Where that feeling of lack will leave. And spirit is bringing this into your life. But it's grounded with emotions. So you have to be grateful. Gratitude is what brings this energy in. And also your own hard work. But this hard work has to feel gratifying and good. And you have to step into this flow of abundance. You have to tap into the energy of abundance. And I see Spirit bringing it in again. But we must ground ourselves. We have to be grounded. And to ground ourselves, we can connect with nature, walk barefoot on the earth, eat very natural, organic types of foods. And we must tap into the energy of the sun. The sun is what feeds us, what fuels us. And I see the Wheel of Fortune card giving us the message of cycles, as I was talking about earlier. Let go of old cycles. Don't let them keep repeating. But what we must focus on is nature. And we must respect nature and all of nature. There are certain types of people that hold a very narcissistic, low vibrational energy. They could be attention seekers. They can always one-up you somehow. They don't let you speak. They could suck your energy from you. And this is the type of person that you need to let go of. And if you can't physically let go of this type of person, you need to put up boundaries. And in my daily tarot card pull that I did today, I spoke of this. So I will link today's tarot card video. I'll put it in the connected playlist where you can go find it. Pay attention to spirit. Your ancestors, those who have crossed over, your spirit guides, they're bringing in this young energy for you. This new vitality. And there is this divine masculine energy coming through today to give you great strength. With the message, listen to your intuition. You know. Trust your inner knowing. And so many of you have already been doing the work of letting go and letting go and letting go and letting go. But Mother Nature is feeling sad for us because we're not respecting our earth in the way that we should. And if you've paid attention, there's so many wild storms and extreme heat going on right now within our world, all over the world. And this is when Mother Nature is trying to remind us that you can't stop the storm. The storm is meant to change parts of ourselves. We must tap into our inner strength. Try to let go of fear. My mother has always said this saying throughout my whole life: it is what it is. We have to accept what it is in the moment, but we need to focus on it so we can change it or accept it. And another thing she says is, nothing stays the same. We're always evolving. Okay, so I feel we're done with this deck, and I am going to pull a few oracle cards to end this reading. I hope I've brought some validation to you. So we have our destiny that we walk toward. And as we're walking toward our destiny, down our path of life, we seek guidance. And when we find the guidance, it helps us come into alignment. And many of us are stepping onto a new path because we're ready. But we must have patience to find these paths. And sometimes we may end up at a crossroads. And that's two paths. And we have to decide which one we want to go down. And that's where you need to do the inner work and ask yourself the questions. We're all going through an awakening right now. The whole world is going through an awakening right now. And this awakening is helping us make new decisions. It's helping us shift into a new reality, giving us a new beginning. We're growing, we're emerging, we're unfolding, we're blooming, but we must choose ourselves. We have to focus on the I need this. I want that. And it's not being selfish. You need to feel whole and happy and peaceful within yourself. You must choose yourself first before you can help somebody else. Someone else can compliment you and inspire you, but it's you that needs to do the work. We're going through a metamorphosis, which is helping us find courage. It's helping us to rise up into the greatest energy. And when we're in the shadow, when we're at the bottom, just like a butterfly growing wings, the caterpillar, the butterfly growing the wings. We're growing wings. We're being spiritually protected. And we're finding these spiritual bonds with others where we're connecting to our soul family. And within our soul family, it could be those of our real family. That could be within the soul family. But we're finding our soul family. And as we find our soul family, those who resonate with us, it helps us raise our light. And this life force energy is of the greatest vitality we can embody within our life. So we must have patience. Everything comes in the right time. And try to find moments of stillness. Stop rushing. Take your time. Compartmentalize. If there's so much you want to do and change, put everything in a little cubby and just focus on one cubby at a time. And you can put stuff back into that cubby, put it on hold for a short time, and go into another cubby. Go with the flow of what you need to do to step into your new desired reality. And we're all quantum shifting right now. And I keep getting energy, protection. And we must create sacred spaces for ourselves. And in this sacred space is where we create magic within our lives. And this new moon is bringing magic into our lives. Okay. Well, if you're still here listening, I am so grateful. If today's messages resonated, please subscribe, like this video, and share this video with others who may align with the messages. If you're interested in a private reading, you can find my links in the below description or on my profile page here on YouTube. Sending you so much love and light. Until the next reading, many blessings.